Hare Krishna. Welcome to today's Bhagavatam class. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So I will first say the prayers and then we can start the class. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruin Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Staptitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Taham Sajivam Sadvaitam Stavadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Shahi Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandhu Pate Gopesh Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanostute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhobhya evacha patitanam bhavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtike. Today we are reading from Canto 1 Creation, Chapter 18, Maharaja Parikshit cursed by a Brahmin boy. Text 35. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 35. Krishne Gata Bhagavati Shastriya Upata Gaminam Tad Bhinna Setun Adyaham Sashmi Pashyata Mebalam. Pashyata Mebalam. Synonyms: Krishna, Lord Krishna, Gate, having departed from this world. Bhagavati, the personality of Godhead. Shastri, the supreme ruler. Upata Gaminam, of those who are upstarts. Tat Bhinna, being separated. Setun, the protector. Adhya, today. Aham, myself. Sasmi, shall punish. Pashyata, just me. Just see me, my bhalam, powers. Translation: after the departure of Lord Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead and supreme ruler of everyone, these upstarts have flourished. Our protector being gone, therefore I myself shall take up this matter and punish them. Just witness my power. Purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The inexperienced Brahmana, puffed up by a little Brahma Tejas, became influenced by the spell of Kali Yuga. Maharaja Parikshit gave license to Kali to live in 4 places as mentioned here before. But by his very expert government, the personality of Kali could hardly find the places allocated to him. The personality of Kali Yuga therefore was seeking the opportunity to establish authority. And by the grace of the Lord, he found a hole in the puffed up, inexperienced son of a Brahmana. The little Brahmana wanted to show his prowesses in destruction, and he had the audacity to punish such a great king as Parikshit Maharaj. He wanted to take the place of Lord Krishna after his departure. These are the principal signs of upstarts who want to take the place of Krishna under the influence of the age of Kali. An upstart with a little power wants to become an incarnation of the Lord. There are many false incarnations after the Lord departed from the face of the globe, and they are misleading the innocent public by accepting the spiritual obedience of the general mass of people to maintain false prestige. In other words, the personality of Kali got the opportunity to reign through the son of Brahmana Shringi. Mukam karoti vachalam pango langaitim girim yatkrupatamaham vande Shri Guru Dhinatarinam. I offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master, the deliverer of the fallen souls. His mercy turns the dumb into eloquent speakers and enables the lame to cross mountains. I seek the blessings of all the Vaishnavas here today. I seek forgiveness for any transgressions I may commit while I am speaking. Today's topic is titled Shringi, the Instrument of Kali. Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, 16th verse, Krishna says, A Brahma Bhunar Lokye Punar Avartino Arjuna Mam Upetya tu Kaunteya Punar Janmana Vidyate. From the highest planets in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. So Krishna is very clearly telling, it doesn't matter if you are in Brahmaloka or you are Brahma himself, or you are in Patala Loka, or the most insignificant ant. You know, this entire system of 14 planetary systems is material, hence birth and death is going to be there. Since it's the material planets, there's also going to be old age and disease. And to top it all, we are all under the influence of Maya. And what happens is, with this Maya, our false ego gets puffed up, even with the slightest knowledge that we gain. And that is what we are seeing here. The little son of the Brahmana, who is 9 years old, he gets puffed up and he takes things into his own hands. This particular verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken by Shringi, who is the inexperienced upstart of 9 years old, and as Srila Prabhupada puts it, puffed up by a little Brahma Tejas. Srila Prabhupada, in his purport as always, is explosive, very powerful, and he's precisely to the point. Let us see how we got here. We have been reading through the chapters and the verses. So Maharaja Parikshit finds the bull, which is the personality of Dharma, and Dhatri, Mother Earth in the form of a cow, being tortured by the personality of Kali. And Maharaja Parikshit, being the upholder of Dharma, he confronts the scenario, and the personality of Kali soon realizes that he cannot escape from the powers of Maharaja Parikshit, so he surrenders. Once he surrenders, Maharaja Parikshit, being bound by Dharma, spares the life of Kali and dismisses him. However, Kali takes a cunning gambit. he tells the king, it is better for me to die than go in the four directions in search of a place to hide, which is very difficult to find because of the tight and perfect rule that Maharaja Parikshit is executing. So Maharaja Parikshit relents to Kali and he allows him to reside in places where gambling is happening, places where drinking is intoxication is happening, prostitution and animal slaughter are performed. The Kali is not the person of Kali is not satisfied, and he counters, in your rule, O king, where can I find such a place? I will not be able to find such a place, so essentially it's better for me to die. And now Parikshit Maharaj further relents and he allows Kali to cohabit in any place where gold is available, because with gold there is falsity, intoxication, lust, envy and enmity. So time passes, Maharaja Parikshit re-establishes the lost legs of the personality of religion by encouraging activities to sufficiently improve the conditions of dharma in his kingdom. And mind you, his kingdom is the entire earth. The personality of Kali is desperately seeking to come back with a big bang, maximum impact. This is similar to villains we see in the dramas and in the movies. They are very desperate and want to have the maximum destructive impact when they come. So there is a game going on between Parikshit Maharaj and Kali, the personality of Kali Yuga. The perfect rule of Parikshit Maharaj is not giving Kali even a small opportunity to come in and flourish. So the unthinkable happens. Even though Maharaj Parikshit is a pure devotee of the Lord bewilders him, due to which this upholder of Dharma, the protector of Dharma, acts in an inexplicable way. The Maharaja is very tired and thirsty, and he visits this Rishi in the ashrama. And he feels insulted by the sage, and because of this perceived insult, he garlands that sage with a dead snake. The villain has no constraints and is not weighed down by morals. So an upstart 9-year-old Brahmana boy with little experience is a perfect pawn for personality of Kali to target the central character and our hero Parikshit Maharaj. So the plot is thickening. Soon the word of this dishonor to his father reaches the upstart Shringi. Again, he's so inexperienced and under the influence of the personality of Kali. Raging with anger, he wants to avenge the insult. Because of the little tejas, Brahma tejas that he possessed, he gets puffed up. And, as he says in the verse, he says, I will show. And what is he showing? He is actually cursing a great king who is doing an excellent job he curses him to die in 7 days after being bitten by a snake bird for the insult that he did to his father. This is how Shrungi becomes the instrument to usher in the personality of Kali. This little boy with little knowledge got puffed up. He did not even recognize or consider the position of a pure devotee like Parikshit Maharaj. He was blinded by the ego and he wreaks destruction in the pursuit of revenge. A devotee of the Lord has control of his senses in all circumstances. And a devotee is also very compassionate. A punishment is called for, if a punishment is called for, a devotee will make the punishment appropriate in severity and it's never improper or unfair. However, what came as a curse or a punishment from Shrungi was exactly the opposite. That's the difference between a devotee and a non-devotee. If you consider Maharaja Parikshit, he has been cursed. He could have easily counteracted the curse. He doesn't do so. Whereas if you consider other devotees like Prahalad Maharaj, when he was in difficulty, the Lord came to his rescue. When Draupadi was in calamity, the Lord came to her rescue. When the Pandavas were in calamities, the Lord would come to their rescue. Even when Parikshit Maharaj was in the womb and the Brahmastra was released or by Ashwatthama to kill Maharaj Parikshit, the Lord came and protected him. But in this situation, not only after bewildering the king to commit an offense, the Lord doesn't even come to protect his devotee. Is this really the Lord not coming to protect him, or is this because the Lord wants something else to manifest? Actually, the Lord is using Parikshit Maharaj as an instrument to manifest himself as the book Bhagavatam. The book Bhagavatam is basically the personality of Godhead for all of us devotees in Kali Yuga. In conclusion, after the departure of the Lord from the material world, many upstarts have started declaring themselves as God. This is very common experience to all of us. These upstarts who call themselves God, they have no scriptural authority, nor do they descend from a bona fide spiritual practice or parampara. These persons have little or no Brahma Tejas, and they have a very poor fund of knowledge. However, they have big egos and they have no control on their senses. Yet, they pretend to be incarnations of the Lord. As sadhakas, we have to pray to Lord Nrsingadev for protection so that we don't get puffed up and we don't get misled by our false ego and the illusory power of Maya Devi. We have to pray to Lord Baladev for forgiveness for any transgressions we may commit in the practice of our bhakti. We have to keep a strict vigil on our senses and not let our senses run amok. We should aspire to be Goswamis and not Godasas. I want to end by quoting from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, Sarvopadi Vinurmuktam Tat Pravartena Nirmalam Hrushikeshena Hrushikesha Sevanam Bhaktiruchyate. Bhakti or devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Master of all senses. We, the Spirit Soul, render service unto the Supreme. There are two side effects. One is being freed from all material designations, Sarvopadi Vinurmukta, and one's senses are purified simply by being employed in the Lord's in the service of the Lord. That's all I had for today. Thank you for allowing me to speak. If there is any comments, questions, or clarifications, you can please speak up. Hare Krishna. Okay, it looks like there's no more comments or questions. Thank you for attending. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya krupa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnava ki jai.